Welcome back, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day. So today we are going to be taking a look at something that I found in the trash because I like to dumpster dive sometimes for technology. So this time in the trash, I ended up finding a monitor. Not just any monitor. This is a 27-inch monitor at 1440p at 144 hertz. It's not a very well-known brand, but I want to know why it was in the trash can. Here it is, this thing right here. So just looking right at it, I don't see any cracks or anything. But once I finally got some screws to get the stand working, I decided to plug it in. And when I plugged it in, the logo of the monitor, like the firmware logo, boots up just fine. But when you actually plug in like an HDMI cable to it, it freaks out on the right side of the screen. So I want to know what's wrong with it. I'm going to take you on the entire journey of figuring this thing out. We're going to do a little bit of time lapses to skip a couple things, but that way you guys can see exactly what I go through when I find a broken item that I think may be fixable, or maybe I'm just curious to see what I can do with it. So we're going to take this thing apart and see what's going on inside, and see if it's maybe just a loose connection, or maybe it's just something that needs to be replugged in, or if it's even fixable at all. So I hope you guys enjoy, and so let's get started. Okay, so usually with things that I end up finding and trying to see if I can do something with, I end up going into this blind. So I don't ever know what I'm going to end up with. I don't ever know what I'm going to be able to do with it. And a lot of it actually isn't repairable, but I'm able to get parts out of it that might be useful for further like use later on. For this one, I'm hoping that it's honestly just something inside simply disconnected or loose. But yeah, we'll see if we get lucky with this one too. So I do get pretty lucky often. Looking at this, there's screws here, 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 here. So I'm gonna take those off to see if that's if that needs to come off. Because right now I'm trying to get to the board, where the connections are. I want to check all the connectors, and then I want to retest the monitor to see if it was just something as simple as that. Yeah, I think this just comes off. Yeah. Sweet. We got the back off. Damn, I didn't even need to take the little leg part off of this. It would have been enough just to take off that piece. Alright. So that'd be the main board. So the connections are going to be down here. If this is the main board, there should be display connections down here. I'm hoping that it's just the main board. Well, we just broke the warranty, whatever warranty this was. In case you guys didn't know, this little box here is actually a jewelry box that I stole from my wife years ago before I opened up a business, which I don't have the business anymore, but I used to need a place to keep my little tools and stuff, because I used to do phones and all that. And I ended up just stealing her stuff because it was perfect for the amount, for the little tools that I needed to use. Alright, so anyways, let me take off all these screws quickly and see if we can get in here. Alright, so this isn't going to come off unless I get these parts off, because there's two little hooks here that are keeping it from moving, so I'm going to have to take this part off. Now, I did look at this earlier, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to take all of this side off, all the way around, because there's screws under here. I think. Yeah, right here, right here. Yeah, I think this is just tape. Alright. So, let's... Because I don't want to take the whole thing off. I'm going to just cut a piece of it off. Or try to, at least. Does that come off? Huh. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna remove the whole thing. So I'm not really sure where that's... Oh yeah, there's multiple screws there. We're not gonna need this anyways because... Well, whatever. We're not gonna need it anyways. We can't... I mean, we could probably re-put it back on, but I don't think it's worth the time. Oh no. This actually came off with the it didn't come off with the glue, so I have to get back in there. Oh, come on. Work with me here. See, is there something else on here? Okay. Wonder if this is taped on, or is it glued on? I'm kind of confused. Let's see. What's back here? Could it possibly be holding it in right there? Let's try it. See if we can remove this screw. Wait, no. The screw doesn't do anything. There we go. Got it. Alright. Got both parts out. And I'm going to replug everything in. See, this is the power board. It doesn't come off. This should come up now. Yeah. Awesome! So HDMIs are on this side. So let's see if something as simple as just plugging it in works. Or plugging it back in, sorry. And all I'm doing right now is just unplugging and replugging everything back in, because oftentimes it's really as simple as that. It doesn't take very much to do to make one of these connections get loose. Alright, let's try it out. Okay, so we're just going to plug it back in and see if it works just the way it sits right now. So that should work just the same. Maybe. Alright, looks like we're going to have to check some other stuff, because now I'm just getting a black screen instead of a logo or anything. So there might be something else wrong with it that I don't know about. Okay, so we're going to try something else here. I am going to plug this in and try it again. So what I ended up having to do, or what I ended up doing just now, when I cut away was I replugged everything back in again, the same way that I did before. And I'm going to try to replug it back in and see what happens. Just the power. So I'm trying to get the result we had before. Alright, cool. So we have the logo again. That's good. And now we're going to plug the HDMI cable in. And we have a screen. It's working. But I did find one thing. If I move a couple of cables back here, you see that? A couple of cables back here that if I move them, they it doesn't let the screen function correctly. But right now we have a working screen. So I think it is just those loose cables. Yeah, like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably find the correct placement of these cables, the way it's supposed to be. And then I'm going to tape them in place so that they don't move. Once I do that, I should be able to utilize this monitor fully. Alright, so according to what we found, there was a connection here that pretty much this connection, if I press down or I pull back at all, it would cause that problem. So I have it connected to where it's supposed to be right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of tape, and you notice like there's actually pieces of tape all over this thing where it holds stuff down. I assume there's a reason for that. Now I can see that there's a reason for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this tape, which is, actually, let me see, do I have any electrical tape? Because I think that's all this is here is just electrical tape. So I don't have electrical tape. This should work just fine though. This is like a double-sided Scotch tape or something, but I'm gonna use it just to kind of hold that connector down. So we'll do, because it looks like the wires are actually loose from the connector. So once I press them down towards the inside of the adapter in here. So for example, these if this was the cable, it seemed like it actually got pulled out a little bit. Then it causes that problem when it's moved. So what I want to do is pretty much make sure that it's not going to move at all, by just kind of like almost using this as a stitching tool in a way. You know, like in stitches they'll do like on a cut it'll go over. I'll do the same thing with this on the connector, because I don't have one of these connectors and I don't have any of these cables. And this will be suffice or whatever. This will be good enough for me, at least, to be able to use this monitor myself. Obviously, I'm not going to sell it to anybody. If somebody wants it, let's say if I offer it for free, I might be willing to do that. I would make sure that they know exactly what they're getting and the possibility of it failing or moving. But for my personal use, this is more than good enough. At a cost of $0, just a little bit of a hand washing that was needed after going in the trash. I'd say that's a pretty fair trade there. Okay. And I'll do one more. across here so it does not move. You guys probably can't see that, but I'll try to lift it a little bit. So then you'll have like a cross, just kind of holding the connector together there. I'll plug this back in. Okay, so I just tested it again, and it is working right now. So now we just have to put it together, and let's see if it works after we put it together. And I'm gonna hook it up to the computer right afterwards. So let's do this speed it up thingy thing and make it look all magical. Oh yeah. Alright everybody, there you have it, another working product from the trash can. Amazing! I can't believe this was actually in the trash, but I'm happy that it's working. I'm happy that I've been able to game with it. I'm definitely going to keep this thing. It's not bad at all. So, if you like the content, this kind of stuff, trying to repair some things like this, let me know in the comments and I'll try to work on getting some other things to mess with. And as always, thank you again for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe, please share, please like it, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Bye-bye.